I'm overdone. I'm overdone because I understand that one seemingly justified court decision does not erase or control the narrative moving forward, or truly justify the taking of or what it costs. And right now I'm speaking particularly to the George Floyd situation, but in general I'm speaking to all of these types of situations. And if you look at what we've seen, even the day of the George Floyd verdict, we had a young lady killed that day that we know of. And I'm sure there may have been others, but one that, was particular that stood out. Not knowing all the circumstances behind that one, there's issues. But let me keep it on the narrative. When we look at the George Floyd situation, the verdict was justified, but at the same time, it was minimized. Why do I say that? Because George Floyd is dead. George Floyd's daughter will not get to grow up with her dad and experience the essence of him, the good, the bad, the things that she'll laugh about 20 years from now. That will always be a miss in her life, and regardless of how much money may come from a civil suit, regardless of how many years this guy may get in jail, it's not going to equate to the loss. It's not going to equate to what he stripped George Floyd of, and what he is now denying, has denied George Floyd's daughter and the remainder of his family, friends, and loved ones of. I saw and heard of celebrations. People were happy. I was content with the verdict. I wasn't happy about the verdict, and I'm not happy now. I'm not happy because the trade-off still stands. And so now we have how many ruined lives behind this situation, and it's still not over. I mean, there's other officers, and then there is what really happens at the end of the day. And I don't want to be lulled to sleep like I see so many people doing, being lulled to sleep, because we got a victory, so to speak. This was a battle. It's not the war. It's not the end of the war. This was a battle. And wars consist of God knows how many battles, how many years, how many defeats, and how many losses, casualties. And so we say George Floyd is a casualty of the cause. And he has now perpetuated a movement by which we are all hoping will turn the tide and even the plane. Maybe. Perhaps we shall see some momentum as a result of this. But do not ever fool yourself into believing, whether you're black, white, brown, red, invisible, that this is the end all, the be all, or that this is the game changer. Game changer only comes with consistent efforts, consistent practices, consistent plays make game changers. Game changers don't really change the game. Game changers are just that one play that people tend to remember. But it was all the plays that led up to that. All of the momentum, all of the thought process that made the game changer. Now is the time to be particularly cognizant of your surroundings and everything in your world. Because while there are many advantages, many thoughts of contentment, there's still seekers that would uproot everything just to make sure that the tide doesn't turn. And do we really want the tide to turn? Or do we want the seas to even out? Calm. Equality and equity. If there was really such a thing, it would be beautiful, right? Thoughts from the basement.